So now what I'm going to do is make the nav bar for our web page here. So I'm picturing it being just underneath the name cone. I'm just going to put it right here. I think that would be a good spot for it. So basically right after this H1 element. So I'm going to go to our area here. And so I have this top section, then we've got this class, and then we got cone. So right underneath this is where I'm going to put it. So it's going to be an unordered list first. So unordered list. Okay. Then inside the unordered list, we're going to have a list item. And then inside the list item, we're going to put an A for an anchor. We'll call it href. And then if you want to make an empty link that doesn't go anywhere, because I'm not actually going to have this link to anything. So instead of having to copy and paste a specific website, and we don't have multiple pages yet. So we're just going to put the hashtag in there. And then we're going to go like this, which will put the anchor. And then we're just going to go ahead and just call this link 01. Okay, so we have a list item, we have an ahref, and then we have the link in there. And all I'm going to do is just copy and paste this link. And we'll make, let's make 5 of them just to make it visually interesting. Okay. And let's just change it so that it's link 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, if we save that real quick and I go to the web page and we refresh, you're going to see it looks like this, right? Which is kind of typical. That's what we would expect it to look like. So now what we want to do is format this so that it looks the right way. Okay. So we'll go back to my page here. I'm going to go to styles now, and we're just going to add some styling underneath this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go to UL, and we're going to select the unordered list. And so we're going to go ahead and do position relative. And we'll cover position in a little bit, but for now we'll just do position relative. I'm going to do top, and I'm just going to do 0px. So basically what that means is it's going to push away from the top 0 pixels. So it's going to go as close as it can be, minus margin and other elements. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do list style type, and we're going to do none, right? Because I want to take away those bullets. And then again, I'm just going to go ahead and do margin 0px. Just so, and padding 0px. And it's just to make sure that there's nothing, and I'm just going to go like this, just to make sure that it doesn't have some of those other elements. Okay, the other thing I can do is I need to get the list items. I'm going to have to make those inline. So we're going to go list items. You're going to see this is going to cause issues with the rest of our stuff, so we'll probably have to put an ID on this. Okay, so we'll do list item, and then that, and then we're going to do display, and I want it to be inline. I just wrote line for some reason, inline. Then we're going to again just do margin, and we'll do 0px, and we will do padding 0px, right? So I'm more or less just copying what I showed you on that one web page. Now from there, what we're going to want to do, so that we can actually preview it just so you get an idea. So now you see it put a link across, so it looks pretty good. But they don't look like buttons, so we need to format those. But you will also notice it screwed up all of our list items down here. And that's because right now we're selecting all list items. So that doesn't work so well. So we need to, we're going to format these, and then afterwards we'll have to put an ID. And in fact, actually, let's just put the ID in now so we're not dealing with it. So we'll go here. I'm going to go back to index. And inside of the don't want to put inside the UL. I think I need it to be let's try doing this. We'll do ID equals, we might need to make a div above it. Actually, you know what? Let's not, we'll do a div instead. So I'm going to do a div, and then we'll do ID, and we'll just call this nav bar for the ID. And then we'll just take this this div, I said niv, I'm going to cut that, and then after the unordered list, I'm going to paste it there. And then we're just going to grab this whole, where'd the unordered list go? Apparently that got messed up. So UL. I don't know why that happened. Space. Okay. then we'll just take the whole entered list and we'll just tab it in. Okay, so that way we can direct it at that. So I'm just going to go up here, and all we're going to do is just do nav bar ul. So it's going to say inside the nav bar, and then that. We'll do the same thing here. Nav bar. Got to put the symbol in there, and then we'll save that, and then we'll preview, and we'll refresh. And you see these are now normal. It won't affect this at all, but these are now not affected because they don't have that ID attached to them. Okay, so that is much improved. Okay, so we've done that. Next, what I want to do is just do my actual the formatting, so they look like buttons and not just links in an order. So we'll do once again, just so we only apply it to those elements. We're going to do A and then link. Okay, so that's just going to be, that's the default. And then I usually do this too because I don't really like it when they look different. I'm going to do nav bar, and then we'll do A, and we'll do visited. And that way, if we're this formatting we're doing is going to be both for the default link, and also if we click on it, it's going to also be this format. So it won't change if you click on it. I just don't like it when it changes the thing personally. Probably should have it be different, but I also want to write a bunch of code. So now you'll notice that I did navbar and then this, right? So it says the link inside of navbar, but then I put a comma. So what that means is that this is going to look inside the navbar and it's going to apply to a link, and it's going to look inside navbar and it's going to apply it to a visitor. So when you put a comma, you can put multiple selectors, and whatever CSS is in here, it's going to apply it to all of the items that you put in. So let's just go ahead and we're going to do font weight, and we'll just say bold, and then we'll do color, and let's just do white. Okay, so that's just white. It's all F's. And we'll do background color. So this will be the actual button color. Let's make that, I don't know if I can make that orange. I'm going to say orange right now. I don't remember. Is it white behind that? Yeah, so we'll make them orange so that it matches. So where are you? Boom. Okay, so we'll make it that orange color. You can make whatever color you feel warm and fuzzy about. Width, so this will be the width of the buttons themselves. So let's just do 120 pixels. And then text align. That's just to make sure that the name inside the button is centered. So margin, again, we're just going to do 0 pixels. 0 pixels. And then for padding, so there's space between the text and the background color. We're going to make it 4 pixels. And then text decoration, so we get rid of the text hyphen decoration, so that we get rid of the underline. We're just going to say none, so that will remove the underline from it. Okay, so we'll go like that, and we'll save that. We'll look at it real quick. Go here, refresh, and yeah, now they look good. But notice that when I hover over them, they don't change color or anything, so that's sort of lame. It'd be nice if there was just a difference of color change. So let's do the hover CSS. So that looks a little bit better. So underneath this one, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do boom, nav bar, and then A, and this is going to be for hover, not hover, hover. And then we'll just do, I need to change the color. Yeah, let's do color. And what we'll do is I'm going to make it so the button gets a little darker. So we'll do, I'm going to start off with this, and then I'm just going to hover over it, and it should give me good. And I'm just going to make it so that the text gets a slightly darker, so it's a little bit gray. And then we're also going to go ahead and I'm going to do the background color. And I'm going to start off with that orange. I'm going to click off, hover back over it again, and then I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. Okay? And then we'll just go like this. And now on hover, it should change the color of the button. So we'll refresh. And when I hover, you can see now they will have that. The formatting changes when I'm hovering over it. Yay! And so there's a basic horizontal bar. And we could do other things with it too. Like maybe you'd want to, let me see. We could do the border. So let's see, we go over here. Like maybe I want them slightly rounded just to make it look. So we could do border radius, right? And then let's say 5px. Okay. And what that's going to do is It's going to make them, I don't know if you can tell, but it's make the button slightly rounded. So maybe you like that look a little bit better. So you play around with it, and you can format it however makes you feel warm and fuzzy. And when you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And now the nav bar is complete. But like I said, play and see what you can make.